Yo, so ever since he popped back up in Everything Everywhere All at Once in 2022, Huy Quan has been a name I get really excited for every time I see him involved in a new project. So when I saw he was not only in Love Hurts, but the lead, I couldn't buy my ticket fast enough. So did Love Hurts reward my excitement, or did I leave heartbroken? Let's talk about it. A realtor is pulled back into the life he left behind after his former partner in crime resurfaces with an ominous message. With his crime lord brother also on his trail, he must confront his past and the history he never fully buried. Yo, Love Hurts is your classic action comedy where your main character used to be a hitman, assassin, or gangster, but they decided to leave that life behind for one reason or another, but now their past has come back to haunt them. We've seen this story a million times, and honestly, this one is no different, nor does it improve on that model whatsoever. Love Hurts is set around Valentine's Day, and it used that holiday theme pretty well. So much of the story's themes are centered around love and relationships, but the holiday forces a lot of our characters to confront the difficulty of their relationships or start new and unexpected encounters to a hilarious degree. And yes, this movie has a lot of funny moments, which is pretty important when you have an action comedy. The action in Love Hurts is actually pretty solid as well. I really like that the fight scenes were all pretty lengthy, and each of them went through several phases of a fight and used the environment pretty well. And some of you might be surprised to know that Huy Quan was actually a fight choreographer for several movies, including the first X-Men movie. One of the biggest surprises for me was Marshawn Lynch, who I knew was a good comedic actor from his role in Bottoms, which is freaking hilarious, and literally any interview that he's ever done. This dude is a walking comedic goldmine. Like, just look at his nature videos when he's going out into the wild.
I told you, man, give me the blammy, bro, and I'll pop it from right here, though.
Anyone can hunt an animal with a rifle. This takes a little bit of courage and a little bit of skill.
Yeah, I ain't got no skill. I got courage, but I ain't got no skill.
But what I was even more surprised about is how well he carried himself in the action scenes. He kept up with his castmates really well and never seemed out of place, which I guess shouldn't be surprising for an athlete, but not all athletes are built the same, nor can all athletes act. Ask Shaq.
It's hammer time.
What a magnetic personality.
There's also this quirky assassin poet character named Raven, who was equal parts cool and equal parts eye-rollingly cringe. He alternated between those two seemingly scene to scene and sometimes line by line. So yeah, both the action and the comedy were both pretty solid. Where the movie is lacking though is in its story and some of the one-note characters that were given. Huy Quan plays our happy-go-lucky real estate agent Marvin, who's a former assassin trying to get away from his old life, yet still lives in the same town as everyone who knew him as the killer that he was. For a person who wanted to escape his old life, he sure didn't go far. And Ariana DeBose's character Rose is the catalyst that sets all these events in motion when she comes back after everyone she worked with believed she was dead. Unfortunately, while her reasoning for coming back is made pretty clear, it's just not satisfying enough for me to actually give a damn. The story tries to convince me that Marvin is in love with Rose, but besides him just saying it or inner monologuing, I didn't really see that at all. Their love story is so underdeveloped that I'm literally wondering why he's throwing away his new life that he set up for himself for her. Like, legit, he's better off without her. Love Hurts tries really hard to convince you that Rose is a badass, but she just comes off as cringe. With her all-white Thunderbird and her playing chicken with another car trying to pull out the killer that Marvin used to be, it all feels like a bad cookie-cutter trope. And there's nothing wrong with tropes as long as they're executed well. This trope was not executed well at all. The movie also feels outdated. Love Hurts feels like someone wrote the script back in 2005 and are just now dusting it off to give Huy Quan and DeBose something to do. It's like they both threatened their agents saying that they need to find a movie for them immediately, and the agents just ran off and just picked out one of the scripts out of the dusty discard pile. So overall, Love Hurts is forgettable. It'll end up as one of the hundreds of movies you scroll by half past midnight looking for something to watch before you go to bed. And if it's lucky, one day you'll actually press play. So what did you think about Love Hurts? Is it a new Valentine's Day classic or a movie that you'll pick up and put back in the $5 bin at Walmart? Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and I'll talk to you guys next time.